blessings interact with Buddha's words. Interacting here can be interpreted as reading, listening, or studying. Did you know when we come to the monastery doing worship? And if we don't understand the meaning of the chants we say or read, it is already a force to take us out of samsara, because the nature of the Buddha's words is Pali, Nyanika, or having the ability to lead us out of samsara, realize nibbana. This is one of the qualities of the Buddha's words, as written in the Tipitaka. That's why the 500 bats in the cave listening to the bhikkhu memorizing the Abhidhamma finally made them 500 bats meet and become disciples of the Venerable Sariputta, so that they can come out of samsara. Such is the great power of the Buddha's words. That is why as Buddhists we gather for worship at the vihara or gather in the Pariyatti Sasana class to learn to understand the Tipitaka scriptures. Commentaries and sub-commentaries have blessings. That is planting strong karmic seeds that will have a strong potential to bear fruit in the form of achieving conditions that make it easier for us to meet good spiritual teachers. Meet Bhante, Fabasitas, who can lead us to get out of samsara, which is the purpose of our life. Therefore let us do directed virtue which has the power to bring us all out of this samsara. From one of the Abhidhamma Pitaka books, the last one, the Pathana, out of 24 conditions there are 2 conditions related to the topic of this video. The 2 conditions are Upanisaya Pakaya and Asawana Pasya. For Upanisaya Pakaya, where Pakaya equals condition, Upa equals strong, Nisaya equals support. Then Upanisaya Pakaya means a condition that becomes a very strong support for the emergence of other dhammas. If we do something so that good conditions are created, then those conditions become the support for the emergence of subsequent conditions that are conducive for us to achieve enlightenment. Those of us who do worship, who recite chants, listen to the Buddha's words, it becomes Upanisaya Pakaya, has very strong conditions for the emergence of states conducive to our enlightenment. While Asawana Pasya, where Pakaya equals condition, Asawana equals repetition, so Asawana Pasya means there is a repetition condition. If we often listen to Buddha's words over and over again, the more we repeat, the stronger knowledge and wisdom will emerge. It's the same as when we were in elementary school, junior high school or college. When we were about to take an exam and wanted to master a certain subject, we had to read the lesson over and over again. It's not enough just once. When we read it a second time, our understanding of the subject becomes stronger. When you read it the third time it will be even stronger. The more we repeat the same topic, the more powerful knowledge and wisdom will emerge. Well, that also happens when we study the scriptures. If we study the Tipitaka scriptures, commentaries and sub-commentaries over and over again, Asawana Pasya occurs, making our devotion to the Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha even stronger. If in this world there were 1 million titles of books, then what is certain will continue to exist is a package of books entitled Tipitaka, commentary and sub-commentary. As long as this Buddha teaching exists we will not be able to escape from a package of Tipitaka books. It is traditionally believed that this Buddhist teaching will last for 5,000 years. Now it has lasted almost 2,600 years, then 2,400 years to go. If 2,000 years from now we are reborn as humans, then in 4022 we will meet again with the same Tipitaka. And if so far we have never studied the Tipitaka, then in 4022 we will be confused about learning the Tipitaka. So it is difficult to come up with knowledge and wisdom because has no asavana pasya, has no repeat condition. Therefore let us every week do worship or by taking a pariyati sasana class, which means we cultivate good conditions that will be conducive to the attainment of enlightenment. That is why the exposition of the scriptures must be spread as widely as possible for the benefit of anyone who listens, so that his birth as a human being at this time, which is hard to come by, can be beneficial. We who are Puthujana should not waste the opportunity that already exists, because once again gaining human life is very difficult. There are those who think their busy lives are pursuing the world for the sake of happiness. They do not understand that for those who understand the scriptures, their quality of life will also improve, because it makes them understand this life better, so that they often experience peace. Peace is the goal of our life. Peace is dealing with any situation. Do not quarrel with happiness and sadness. If you add to the practice of meditation, for example, until you reach Majja and Phala, enlightenment occurs, the kilesas are eroded. The more peaceful you are, the happier you are. So this video, I hope it's useful.
See you again in another video on this channel that conveys true, good knowledge, plus an interesting bonus video, with the hope that apart from being useful, it's also interesting to watch. You can find this channel on YouTube under the name hermanuhadi. Many thanks to you viewers of this video. May you be healthy, happy,
fond of doing good and eager to live life with a peaceful heart. Bye bye.
Angin mamiriku pasang pitujui tontonganna tu saroa takalupa. Angin mamiriku pasang pitujui tontonganna tu saroa takalupa. Tutenaya parisina. Mangeran aku ora